Good morning. My name is Meg Stirk. I'm the president and CEO here at People Incorporated, and I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you to the grand opening and ribbon cutting of our new Early Education Center, a place that will serve 212 infants, toddlers, and preschoolers and their families. What a milestone this is. Many of you were here a year ago, and I can't believe a year later we are already back celebrating. So this is not just for People Incorporated, but this is for the children, the families, and the community of Fall River. Today, we are not just cutting a ribbon, we are opening our doors. We're opening our doors to opportunity, to growth, and to the future of early childhood education in our city. This beautiful new center stands as a testament to what we can achieve when we work together with one vision to give every child the strongest possible start. Before we get going, I'd like to recognize the incredible leaders and partners here who helped make this dream a reality. We are honored to have with us U.S. Congressman Jake Auchincloss, Department of Public Health Commissioner Dr. Robert Goldstein, Department of Early Education and Care Commissioner Amy Kershaw, very well deserved, all of them, State Representative Carol Faiola, Representative Justin Thurber, the one and only Mayor Paul Coogan. I also want to recognize staff here today from United States Senator Edward Markey's office, staff from the office of Senator Michael Rodrigues, and staff from Representatives Alan Sylvia and Stephen Ouellette's offices. We thank you all and so many local dignitaries and community partners who are here today for your support, your commitment to the children's future. When we broke ground on this project last August, we dreamed of a space that would inspire learning, spark curiosity, and support families. And today that dream is real. This new Early Education Center, as I said, provides care and education for 212 infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. It offers new jobs for dedicated educators, and it strengthens the partnership across Fall River. For parents, this is a place where children will learn, they will grow, and they will feel safe. For our teachers and staff, this center reflects their dedication and passion for nurturing young minds. And for Fall River, this marks a step forward in expanding access to quality education and investment that will echo for generations to come. This day could not have happened without so many people whose vision and persistence brought us here. To my team of Liz Machado, Kelly Meehan, Ken Andrade, and Michelle Lima, whose dedication, teamwork, and countless hours made this project possible. To our management team and entire staff who keep our agency running around the clock. To our board of directors and capital campaign steering committee, your leadership and trust in this project made it all so possible. And a heartfelt thank you to our donors and community partners, including the banks and organizations who believed in this vision and stepped up with generosity and conviction. This center exists because of all of you. Almost 60 years of People Incorporated's work has led to this moment. Our mission is to strengthen our community for each of its members. And there is no better reflection of that mission than standing here today, surrounded by partners, families, and friends, celebrating what we've built together. We now have our guests to introduce. So first, I'd like to call up State Representative Carol Faiola, who represents this district with this center proudly stands.
Wow, what a great day to see everyone here. And just seemed like yesterday we were at the groundbreaking. And when you say it takes a village, this project is to raise a family, to raise children. This project clearly exemplifies that with all of the partners that participated. Great to see our congressman here, of course, our mayor, my colleagues. I know some of them couldn't be here. I know the senator was caught on a flight delay, and as well as the other senator, Markey, is there voting, trying to get us back in business there with the federal government. So great to see you all. My colleague Justin Thurber is here, and a special shout out to former state representative Pat Haddad, who has been a champion for early education her entire career. So thank you, Pat. Thank you. Thank you. We were given 3 minutes, so this is the first time I wrote a little speech. Good morning. Of course, happy to be here. With the opening of this center, People Incorporated continues their legacy of serving the Fall River community with distinction and providing essential services to our families that need it so badly. The center will go on to serve, as Meg said, over 200 children and help meet the high demand we see for early education services in this area. This marks a transformative investment in early education, demonstrating the city and states, exemplified by our state representatives here today, commitment to providing support to children and families. We all know how critical early education is to children in their academic journey, but also to families who need the additional support, and for especially women who are in the workforce and need all of these services. The Commonwealth continues to make investments in early education. In the FY26 budget, we appropriated $360 million for the Commonwealth Cares, the C3 grants, with $115 million in the Early Education Care Operational Grant Fund, for a total of $475 million. And despite the loss of some federal funds after COVID, the Commonwealth has maintained this vital early education program, which lowered costs for families and increased opportunities for teachers in this field. We make these investments because we know that a child's early education can be critical in setting them up for future success. It leads to higher literacy rates, higher graduation rates, and higher life success. It means that many children will have access to early intervention services that they may not have otherwise had. These services are critical in providing children the learning tools they need to thrive later on in life. And because of this center and the work of People Inc., more children will have access to these interventions. In addition to these investments, of course, we were able as a delegation to provide extra funding to fill some gaps, as many of you did as well. However, we are only a piece of this partnership that made this possible. A huge thank you and shout out to the visionary President and CEO, Megan Stirk, for making this, leading this brigade. Without you, this state-of-the-art facility would not have come to fruition and come off the drawing board. Megan, to you, to Jason, who chairs the board of directors, to the Capital Campaign Committee, to all of you involved, to Bay Coast Bank, I know was a tremendous, and you'll hear from others who were involved as well. We are grateful, and our children thank you. They don't know it yet, but they're going to thank you later on, and we're very appreciative to all of you. And I was asked today, very important, resolutions don't come around often. We are presenting, it's different than a citation. I just want you to know it takes a whole lot more work, and Jay and Tom know. I'm going to read it. I've been asked to read it, and it's I think my glasses are strong enough. Congratulations, People Incorporated, on the grand opening of your new Early Education Center. And whereas People Incorporated in the city of Fall River will celebrate the grand opening of your Early Ed Center with a ribbon-cutting ceremony on October 17th. And whereas People Incorporated, founded in 1968, is a nonprofit organization that works to provide quality and diverse services for children in the Fall River area, providing essential services that uplift families and promote equity. And whereas the opening of the new People Incorporated Early Education Center at 145 Weaver Street marks a transformative investment in early childhood development in the area, expanding access to high-quality, inclusive education for over 200 children. And whereas the center's state-of-the-art facility reflects a decade of vision, collaboration, and commitment supported by public and private partners, all led by President and Chief Executive Officer Megan Stirk. And whereas the center will foster lifelong learning, strengthen family engagement, and create new opportunities for educators and community partnerships, therefore be it resolved that the Massachusetts General Court hereby congratulate the People Incorporated on the grand opening of its new Early Education Center and present this copy as a token of appreciation and recognition for your continued service to the Commonwealth, and commend its leadership, staff, and supporters for their dedication to building a brighter future for Fall River's children. And be it further resolved that a copy of these resolutions be forwarded by the Clerk of the House of Representatives to People Incorporated and signed by our speaker, Ronald Mariano, our clerk, Timothy Carroll, our Senate President, Karen Spilka, Clerk of the Senate, Clerk Hornsby, Representative Fiola, Senator Rodericks, Representative Alice Hanlon Peisch, a leader and staunch champion for education, Representative Alan Sylvia, Representative Stephen Willett, and Representative Justin Thurber. Congratulations.
Next up, I'd have Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan please come up.
Well, how great is this? It's so nice to see everybody here today, and I'm happy to be part of the introduction of the People Incorporated Early Education Center to the city of Fall River. This building will welcome educators and children from across the city with a capacity of over 200 young minds, with services being offered every day from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The center is going to open up new possibilities for working families in Fall River, and the right to education is something that you would never deny anyone. It brings opportunity for growth, joy, and play. As most of you know, before I was mayor, I worked in the Fall River Public Schools, and I actually worked at People Incorporated for a little while. For many years, during this time, the vitality of education in each and every one of our lives was cemented within me. Each day across the city, Fall River educators are shaping our children's futures. For those of you who spent time in education, we are aware of the ever-increasing importance of safe and positive learning environments. Massachusetts has a history of recognizing the value of education, and our state is providing yet again that we are committed to providing meaningful education opportunities and experiences for residents, especially here in Fall River with this new People Incorporated facility. One of my great pleasures while working at Durfee High School was seeing students grow throughout their careers. They gained confidence, and I watched as they would strive to achieve their new goals. A good education system shapes our future for our children, our families, and this is something Fall River richly deserves. This center is going to be a crucial stepping stone for the children of our city. When students enter their schools, they should feel welcomed and excited like they will here. This is exactly what this new center will aim to do. My greatest hope is that with this building, we will open up worlds of possibilities for children that will allow them to achieve great things. I want to thank Meg, her entire crew at People Inc., all the people that donated to this process, and the children and the families that will be welcomed here will be treated to something extremely special. And I, again, appreciate everybody here today, from our elected officials to our state officials, to make this partnership work and to be extremely successful. Thank you all very much.
Next up, from the Department of Early Education and Care, Commissioner Amy Kershaw.
Thank you, Megan, and to your team and your leadership. Congratulations, what an amazing day. I can't believe it was a year and a half ago we were here with shovels in the dirt, and to come and see what has happened is quite extraordinary. I did get a tiny peek inside. And I have to say that I'm just so grateful for the partnership with our legislative colleagues, with our state government colleagues, and I just want to recognize the leadership of Pat Haddad, long-standing partnership with you, advocating for early education, and the investments and the attention and the benefits to kids and families that we're seeing today have so much to do with the leadership that you relentlessly advocated for over the years, so thank you. We are so happy at the Department of Early Education and Care to have resources and capital investments, and supported by the Healy Driscoll administration, our legislative colleagues, to invest in spaces like this. When you see spaces that are designed specifically around the children, families, and the educators, It is a completely different feel. And I think it represents for us the values of how we want our educators and how we want our families to experience early education and care. And when you walk into that room and you walk into the playground, you can see spaces that are designed directly around the experience of children. Spaces facilitate learning and growth and curiosity, and you can see in the spaces that you've designed here that we are sending the values we want for our children. The other thing this building represents is really the dual purpose that we see in early education and care. So physical, beautiful spaces that will support the education and learning, preparing children for school and then lifelong success, but also supporting the economic mobility of their families to go to work, stay at work, and be able to pursue their own goals. The capital investment strategies are really part of this administration's overall goals of tackling affordability and access to early education and care. So along with investing in new spaces and creating new opportunities for educators and families within communities, we see childcare as a key part of economic development for the communities. And you're doing that here in Fall River. So we are so excited. I want to just recognize Jose Mendez, who runs the capital programs for the Department of Early Education and Care. And I know you're going to hear from Teresa Jordan from the Children's Investment Fund, who are our longstanding partners in building these spaces. But this building and today also represents how we are going to bring transformation to early education and care across the Commonwealth and really deliver on what families and children and community and our economy needs, which is partnerships between state, federal, local, community-based programs, philanthropy, business community, and bringing them all together in partnership to deliver what kids and families need is on full display here today. And we're just grateful to be part of it. And thank you and congratulations again.
Next up, from the Department of Public Health, Commissioner Ravi Goldstein.
Did not get the memo about the wool coat. It was a good memo there. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It is such a joy to be here with you to celebrate this beautiful new center of opportunity that will nurture, teach, and inspire our youngest community members. Today, as we mark the opening of a building, we also mark an exciting beginning. A beginning for children who will take vital steps here as they learn and grow and develop. A beginning for families who will find partnership and support, and a beginning for a vibrant and supportive community that continues to invest in its future. After all, future is really what a ribbon-cutting ceremony is all about. It's the opening of possibilities, and there are very few possibilities more powerful than those we create when we invest in children, and when we give them the best possible start and strong foundation for a healthy and productive life. It's also great to be back at the place where many of us stood last August, turning those first shovels of dirt and imagining what could be. To see that vision come to fruition, to see this extraordinary space ready to welcome children, is incredibly gratifying and inspiring. The first few years of life are a period of extraordinary growth, physically, cognitively, and emotionally. The brain is developing at a pace it will never match again. And with the right supports, children have an opportunity to build a strong foundation for learning, health, confidence that lasts a lifetime. That's what this early education center represents. It's an opportunity at the very start. And every child who walks through the doors will be seen, nurtured, and celebrated. And every dedicated teacher and staff member here will build the skills and the resilience that children need not just to survive, but to thrive. For decades, People Inc. has been a cornerstone of compassion here in Fall River, providing care and inclusion and hope for people of all abilities. And this center is an extension of that mission. It's giving young learners the opportunity to explore and to play and to connect, and most importantly, to dream. What happens here shapes everything that will follow. Safe, nurturing, high-quality early education prepares children for school, and it does so much more. It strengthens families, it builds community, it improves lifelong health. It's prevention at its purest form, and it is equity in action. So I want to salute everyone who made this moment possible: the educators, the therapists, builders, the planners, the families, community partners, who all poured their hearts into this project. And I especially want to recognize Meg Stirk, whose vision and leadership brought this dream from blueprint to reality. Meg, you and your team have built something extraordinary, something that reflects your commitment to excellence and your belief in the power of possibility. So today, all of us here applaud you for creating a welcoming, safe, and nurturing place, a fun place that is dedicated to providing the kind of start every child deserves. The groundbreaking last August, Senator Markey put the value of early education into perspective when he said, I'll quote, "Children may be only a quarter of our population, but they are 100% of our future." And we at the Department of Public Health are proud to stand with People, Inc. in building that future right here, a future that's rooted in health, equity, and hope. So congratulations. Thank you for giving Massachusetts' youngest residents the most powerful gift imaginable, which is a chance to begin their life surrounded by love, care, and dignity. And I will say, on behalf of the governor and the lieutenant governor, in collaboration with Commissioner Kershaw, we too have a citation for you from the governor. I won't read it. I'll let you read it later. But there's a great recognition for all of the work that you have done. Thank you.
From Children's Investment Fund, I'd like to call up the director of the program, Teresa Jordan.
Good morning, everyone. So, thank you to the People, Inc. team for hosting today's event and inviting us to celebrate along with you. I want to extend my congratulations to Meg and her incredible team, her incredible staff and development team that created this amazing center. I would also like to mention that our affiliate, CDAC, has a long history of supporting your projects as a developer of community-based and inclusive housing for people with disabilities. So we know that your roots of service are deep within the South Coast and Fall River area. We work alongside the Commissioner of Early Education and Care and CDAC on this program. So we've been administering this program for the last 11 years, co-administering. So the EEOST program is the grant program that supported this project. And EEOST is the Early Education and Out of School Time Capital Fund, and it provides funding to early education and out of school time organizations that are planning to do improvements or newly create childcare spaces. So we'd like to thank the department, specifically Commissioner Kershaw and Jose Mendez, for their partnership in this program. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Jasenia Gill, who is the Senior Project Manager at the Children's Investment Fund, for her work, and I don't see Jasenia here, but oh, there she is in the back, for her work with Meg and her team. So People, Inc. received a $1 million grant from the EEOST program, and we are thrilled that this program has been in existence since 2013. We were there at the beginning when the program was first included as a provision in the state's 2013 Housing Bond Bill, and that is thanks to numerous housing and early education advocates and legislators, all the folks that are here today. The program was reauthorized in 2024 for an additional $50 million for 5 years. So we're very excited about that, and we really thank all the legislators and representatives that supported that legislation. So the one thing that we know is that facilities matter, and they matter because they provide safe and enriching spaces for children who spend most of their days in these spaces. Outdoor play spaces matter because children need to be physically active, breathe fresh air, and see the natural world around them. And I had the opportunity with Kelly Meehan and the architects to take a walk through the outdoor play space, which is simply amazing. There's a greenhouse and art easels and garden beds, and it really gave me this idea that I need a she shed in my backyard. So I'm going to get the name of that person that provided that, but I understand it came in 1,000 pieces, so I'll need to hire your people as well to put it together. But this center is vital to this community, and our youngest learners deserve the very best. So we are proud to partner with you, and congratulations again. Thank you.
Senator Markey was not able to be here, but please welcome from his office, Mark Lanigan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mark Lanigan. I'm Regional Director for Senator Ed Markey. In this region of the state, and the senator wanted to be here but got caught in D.C. With the ongoing government shutdown. But he sends a statement, and he sends his best on behalf of the ribbon cutting today. So the statement reads, "Thank you to Meg, the entire People Incorporated team, Congressman Auchincloss, Senator Rodrigues, Representatives Viola, Thurber, Sylvia Ouellette, the governor and her team, and the commissioners, Pat, and everyone who made today possible. I was honored to join you last August for the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Early Education Center, and I wish I could be with you for this momentous day as well. What lies behind this tent is more than a building. Behind this tent is a path to opportunity. Behind this tent is the key to brighter futures. And behind this tent is the power of possibility. When I was here for the groundbreaking for this remarkable facility last year, I said, and this might be deja vu because the commissioner also said this line, People Incorporated recognizes that care for community is an intergenerational project. Children may only be 25% of our population, but they are 100% of our future. So we must ensure that we have provide 100% of the resources that they need to grow, succeed, and thrive. A line so nice we said it twice. That is the commitment that People Incorporated made then, and it's the commitment that you are making good on now. Over the past year, the persistence and dedication of the whole team has been nothing short of inspiring. Together, we are fighting for the $2 million in the budget that Senator Warren, Congressman Auchincloss, and I appropriated for People Incorporated in the children you serve. That fight continues, and I will continue to fight to ensure this funding remains in the Senate's annual budget bill, as People Incorporated so richly deserves. Our children's future must not be collateral damage in President Trump's reckless agenda of cruel and callous cuts, because it takes a village to raise a child. It takes partners at the federal, state, and local levels, and it takes a dedicated team like People Incorporated to stick with it, to build it, and in so doing, to build a brighter future for the children of Fall River and the South Coast. Thank you all, and congratulations again on the ribbon cutting for People Incorporated.
Congressman Jake Auchincloss is serving his third term representing the Massachusetts 4th. In addition to his work on the House Committee on Energy and Commerce, his areas of focus include healthcare, clean energy, gun violence, and building a strong middle class. Jake was born and raised in Newton, Massachusetts, the son of a surgeon and a scientist. They showed him the value of curiosity and hard work. From the moment he could read, Jake loved American history. After graduating from Harvard College, Jake joined the Marines. He commanded infantry in Afghanistan and special ops in Panama. Upon returning home, Jake continued his service as a 3-term city councilor in Newton. While working at City Hall on nights and weekends, Jake built a career in business, running a product development at both a Fortune 100 insurance company and a cybersecurity startup. He has degrees in economics and finance from Harvard University and MIT Sloan. Today, Jake lives in Newton with his wife, Michelle, their children, Teddy, Grace, and Audrey, and especially their Labrador Retriever, Donut. I am honored to introduce Congressman Auchincloss to the podium.
Good morning. After that very nice introduction, I don't bring a cool resolution from Congress because we're shut down. So, but it is such a pleasure to be here with so many people who have come together as a community to invest in our children. Of course, Megan, for your inspired leadership. And I want to particularly note my friend, Pat Haddad, as the chair of this initiative. Pat, you've devoted your whole career to children. And also, every time I'm doing something in southeastern Massachusetts, particularly for children, it's Bay Coast Bank, and it's Nick. Nick, would you just stand up and be recognized? I know that you never want to be, but... Over and over again, Nick is stepping up for the community. This is the whole ballgame, investing in children. There's so many hard things we do in government, right? What's the right tax code to how do you secure the border, but also welcome legal immigration? How do you transition to clean? There's so many hard things where we've got to balance the equities. This is not one of them. Just do more of this, more of this. I know as a parent of 3 young children, 5, 4, and 2 years old, I'm the youngest dad in Congress. I know, as Megan said, as the son of scientists and neuroscientists, these first 8 years, it's everything. The amount of cognitive, emotional development that happens when we invest in our children, we're creating a better future. And yet, it's too hard. It's too hard to get this done, and it's more to the credit of Megan and the team around her that you have been able to get it done. It's more critical now, maybe than ever before, as childcare costs continue to outpace wages for so many families, and as we continue to grapple with the long academic and socio-emotional hangover from the pandemic and the school closures. We know our children in this country and their teachers are still struggling after those school closures, and we need to make investments like this to catch up, not just in early education, but also in one-on-one tutoring for our children. And I want to compliment Mayor Coogan and so many others in Fall River, because you are also leading the charge on that, on making sure that first graders and second graders are getting high dosage tutoring for literacy. And I'm here to be a partner in this. We should be funding and investing in education, not just local and state, but federal, at a much higher rate than we are. And without getting too deep into the policy and politics of it, you know who should be paying for this? Really? It's the social media corporations who have been treating our children like products for the last 15 years, right? Megan right now is struggling to try to figure out how she's going to pay living wages to a bunch of people who want to devote their lives to nurturing children. Meanwhile, Mark Zuckerberg has a $250 billion personal fortune and has internal documentation at Facebook saying that AI chatbots can have, quote, sensual conversations with 12-year-olds. Something's wrong here with this split screen. We should be investing in high-paying wages for our teachers to have real conversations with children, as opposed to the AI chatbots being funded by these tech titans. We have to have a tax code and an appropriations policy that matches the values of this country. And right now, I think it's gotten skewed. So we're committed to getting the government open, and then we're committed to making the government work for our young people. Because, I'm going to say it a third time, in case it didn't land, children may be only 25% of the population. They're 100% of the future.
Thank you, everyone. Let this ribbon cutting be more than a celebration. It's a promise. It's a promise that People Incorporated will continue to build, support, and empower our community, one child and one family at a time. Thank you all for being part of this historic day. I hope you please stay and enjoy light refreshments inside as we celebrate this new beginning together.